In this video, we will calculate trend using the method of least squares. Now to calculate method of least squares, we need a regression line, and the regression trend line is defined by the following equation, that is y is equal to a plus bx. Here b will be equal to n summation xy minus summation x into summation y divided by n summation x square minus summation x the whole square, and a will be equal to y bar minus b into x bar, where y bar and x bar are nothing but the mean. Now using this regression trend line, what we get is a prediction for the value y whenever the value of x is given. So let us see an example. The question says fit a straight line trend to the following data by least square method and estimate the sale for the year 2012. We have been given year-wise sales from 2005 to 2010. Now to calculate straight line trend using least square method, what we will do is prepare a table, and we will have the first two columns, that is year and sales, that come from the question. We will copy that year and sales as it is from 2005 to 2010 with the corresponding sales values. Now what we have here is sales will be called as column Y. Column X will be nothing but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is the number of years in our question. We have 6 years, so our X column will be from 1 to 6. Now taking the totals, the sales total came to 555. The column of X, there the total comes to 21. Now to calculate X square, we will take each number in the X column and square it up. So that will be 1 square, which is 1, 2 square, which is 4, 3 square is 9, 4 square is 16, 5 square 25, and finally 6 square is 36. Taking the total of the X column, we get the value as 91. And finally, to get X and Y, we will multiply the second and the third column, X into Y, and get the values, that is 70 into 1 comes to 70, 80 into 2, that is 160, 96 into 3, 288, 100 into 4, that is 400, 95 into 5 comes to 475, and 114 into 6 comes to 684. Taking the total of the XY column, we get 2077. Now the next part, we have the regression line as y is equal to a plus bx. This is our trend line. What we will need to do is first calculate the values of a and b. So starting with b is equal to n summation xy minus summation x into summation y divided by n summation x square minus summation x the whole square. Now in our question, n was equal to 6, so therefore b is equal to 6 into summation xy, that is our last column, 2077, minus summation x, that was 21, summation y, that was 555, divided by n summation x square, that is 6 into 91, minus summation x the whole square, that is 21 the whole square. What you can do is pause the video, go back and get the values from the previous, and you will find all these values we have already calculated. Substituting and calculating the final answer, b is equal to 7.6857. Now we have calculated B. The next step will be to calculate A, which is given by the formula A is equal to y bar minus B into x bar. What we will have to do is calculate y bar and x bar first. Y bar is nothing but the mean, which is given by the formula summation y divided by n. That comes to 555 divided by 6, which is nothing but 92.5. And getting the value of x bar, summation x upon n, which is equal to 21 divided by 6, is equal to 3.5. Therefore, A is equal to 92.5 minus B, which was already calculated earlier, 7.6857 into x bar, which is 3.5. Solving further, we get A is equal to 65.60. Now we have both A and B. We can calculate the regression trend line, which is y is equal to A plus bx. Substituting the values of A and B, we will get y is equal to 65.60 plus 7.6857x, which is nothing but the equation of the straight line trend. Now the next part of the question was estimation of sales for the year 2012. Now we can always predict the value of y whenever the value of x is given. In our case, we need to calculate sales for the year 2012. If you remember, our data was given from the year 2005 right up to 2010. And we had written the x column as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. We need to calculate for 2012. So what would be x in 2012? It would be nothing but 8. You can go back to that part of the video where we had calculated the table, and if you see, this was our year column from 2005 to 2010, and 1 to 6 was the x column. But we had that table only up to 2010. For 11 and 12, moving further, it would be 7 and 8. So therefore for 2012, x is nothing but 8. Now to estimate the sales, we would use the same regression line y is equal to 65.60 plus 7.6857 into x. Our x, remember, is 8. So substituting the value, y is equal to 65.60 plus 7.6857 into 8. Finally, y is equal to 127.09. Therefore, sales for the year 2012 is rupees 127.09. Let's take another example to understand the same concept. Let's say the data given is as follows. They are asking us to calculate the trend by least square method and also estimate the profit for the year 2017. So year-end profit for the years 2011 to 2015 are given. We will prepare the same table again for calculation of the trend line. Year-end profit will come from the question, and then we will calculate x, x square and xy. In this problem, the years were from 2011 to 2015. Let us write the corresponding profit for those years. Okay, let us take now the total of the profit column, that comes to 190. Now the x column is nothing but from 1 to 5, that is the number of years in our question. From 2011 to 2015 we have 5 years, so we will write x as 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Taking the total of the x column, we have 15. Then moving forward, we will take x square, squaring up the third column. 1 square, that is 1, 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9, 4 square is 16, and finally 5 square is 25. Taking the total here, it comes to 55. Now multiplying the second and third column to get xy, 31 into 1, that comes to 31, 35 into 2, that is 70. In the same manner moving forward, 39 into 3, that is 117, 41 into 4 is 164, and finally 44 into 5 is 220. Taking the total of the xy column, we have 602. Now we will start by writing the regression trend line, that is y is equal to a plus bx. So let us calculate both a and b in this example. First, we will always calculate the value of b, and that is given by the formula b is equal to n summation xy minus summation x into summation y divided by n summation x square minus summation x the whole square. Substituting the values, in this case our n is 5 years, so 5 into 602 minus 15 into 190 divided by 5 into 55 minus 15 the whole square. All these values were already calculated by us in the table, so all of these values are coming from the table. Finally getting the value of b, the answer is 3.2. Now let us also calculate the value of a, which is given by the formula a is equal to y bar minus b into x bar. Y bar and x bar are nothing but the mean, so calculating y bar, summation y divided by n, which is 190 by 5, which comes to 38. X bar is summation x upon n, which is 15 divided by 5, comes to 3. These values are also coming from the same table. Substituting in the above equation, a is equal to 38 minus b, which was 3.2, and x bar is 3. Final answer, a is equal to 28.4. Now we have a as well as b. Let us substitute that value in the regression line, y is equal to a plus bx. Therefore, y is equal to 28.4 plus 3.2x. Now we can predict the value of y whenever x is given. So the next part of the question, which says estimation of profit for the year 2017. Now again, if you remember, our table had two columns, year and the x column. Year was from 2011 to 2015, and we had given the values in the x column as 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. But we need for the year 2017, so moving forward, 2016 would be 6 and 2017 would be 7. Therefore, we have x is equal to 7 for the year 2017. Now, substituting the value in the main equation, y is equal to 28.4 plus 3.2x. X according to us was 7. Therefore, y is equal to 28.4 plus 3.2 into 7. Final answer, y is equal to 50.8. Therefore, profit for the year 2017 is nothing but rupees 50.8. So this is how you calculate trend and estimate by the method of least squares.